Tom Aspinall is ready to face Alex Pereira at the UFC 300. While rumors about this matchup circulated for a while, it looks like it's finally happening. Despite Tom not usually being a fan of facing smaller opponents, he mentioned that if Alex is up for it, he's ready to go at UFC 300.
Talk about that, and on my end, I've heard nothing so far. As I've said plenty of times before, I'm not one to turn down fights. I'm not particularly looking for that fight, but if it's available and they offer it to me, I will take it.
It's ready to fight, aren't you?
I'm ready to fight, mate. There's been a lot of shouts about who I should fight next, and I'm ready to fight, so let me know. Simple as that, just let me know who and where, and I'm like the easiest guy ever to entice into a fight. Like every time the UFC have asked me to fight, I've said yeah. I've never even questioned against who, where, when, or anything like that. So make me an offer, and it's highly likely I'll say yeah.
Tyson Fury has put an end to retirement rumors. Despite much talk surrounding the heavyweight boxing champion possibly retiring after his bout with Oleksandr Usyk, Tyson himself denies any truth to these claims.
I keep hearing talk of people saying that I should retire, or I'm gonna retire soon, or whatever. I ain't retiring anywhere. I've got 2 fights with Usyk for the Undisputed, twice. Then I'm gonna fight AJ at least once, maybe twice, if there's a rematch, if he wants one, after the first battering I give him. And then I'm gonna fight Ngannou again. And that's just a start. So there's 5 little fights for you to whet your appetite with. I ain't going nowhere. Nowhere. 35-year-old in the prime of my life.
Coach Eugene Bareman admitted that he was against the idea of Volkanovski facing Islam Makhachev on short notice. Alex lost that fight via TKO first round, and according to the coach, the result would be different if Volk was trained. Here is what he said. I never really looked at that second Islam fight seriously. I was against Volk taking that fight and was very open about it. Listen, Volkanovski is a great fighter, but you have to maintain some level of rationale. You trained for 12 weeks for the first fight, and yes, there's an argument that you won. But the result was different. In the end, the fact is that whatever you did in those 12 weeks wasn't enough to get the win on judges' scorecards. It's unrealistic to expect that you can deliver better results with a week of preparation. And maybe if the circumstances were different, I'd have a different opinion. Even if he was in the gym 3 to 4 times a week as he regularly is, things would be completely different. And I'm not even talking about the fight camp shape, when he's in the gym 5 times a week or more. But with everything that was going on before that fight in Abu Dhabi, I didn't think he had a chance. Especially not against Islam, who, as I mentioned earlier, I believe has the ultimate style for MMA. Garry responds to Rampage Jackson's recent claim. Rampage recently stated that Garry turned down a podcast invitation out of fear of being mocked. However, according to Ian, the situation is different. Here's his side of the story.
Rampage Jackson went on Ariel last night and spoke about how I turned down his podcast because I was afraid of being made fun of. I've got the cunt on Monday of fight week. I've got him in like 4 days. I'm on his podcasts. And he goes on, he calls me a cook, and he's, Ian the cook, he didn't even know my name, and he's like, asking Ariel, does his wife really have a boyfriend? No, you thick cunt. No, because you're believing absolute bollocks and lies from other people. Imagine running a podcast and not knowing who your next guest was. Imagine being that fucking stupid and then going on Ariel and speaking about it. Well, I can tell you one thing. Yeah, definitely not having me on now because you're a fucking idiot and chatting mad shit. Good luck, take care. I wish you nothing but fucking fuck all.
Thanks for watching. If you're a fan of MMA, be sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Also leave a comment below with your thoughts on today's news. Keep supporting the sport, and we'll see you in the next one.